Cool. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and like, subscribe. We're gonna get right into it. Okay. Before we start on how to make a decision, right? Really key thing to really have a perspective on is, where you are in life right now is 100% your fault. Okay. It's no one else is doing but your own. Okay. And once you accept that accountability for your life, then you have more control over your life. Okay. So your life equals the sum of all your choices over time. Okay, and so that's why I want to talk about how to make a decision. Okay, and so I hope this video helps you make a better decision in life, right, and better decisions over time. Okay, so the first thing on making good decisions, okay, is number one, reducing the load. Right, what I mean is making less decisions. Right, how do we make less decisions? You do less stuff. Okay, right, you keep your life simple. Right, a good way to reduce the load is making one decision that removes future decisions. Okay, and so kind of like if you meal prep, right, or you choose a specific restaurant you're going to eat at, then you remove the decision fatigue of thinking like, hey, what am I going to eat for lunch today? Right, you're not having to think about that because either you pre-prepped it and you know what you're going to have for lunch, you don't have to think about it, or you just made the decision that, hey, I'm going to eat Subway all week this week, and then that way you don't have to think about it anymore. Right, so reducing the load is just reducing the amount of decisions that you have to make. Right, so that way you save your brain power on making real big decisions, not little trivial decisions. Okay, right, simple personal life. Right, you're not going out, you're not doing big things, you're just keeping it simple. Right, side on this, I guess, is a low maintenance partner. Okay, reducing the load, right, of all the things coming at you in life. Right, a low maintenance partner is definitely key to that. Right, if you have a high maintenance partner, right, that's going to be tough. Hey, always constantly having to take her out, right, constantly having to do this or do that or live her life. Right, so low maintenance partner is perfect if you're trying to make big decisions over time. And I'm not talking about like 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I'm talking years. Right, like you got a long life ahead of you. Right, so reducing the load allows you to make better and bigger decisions. Okay, and then limit your surface area. Right, I drew a little person here, I guess, with a bunch of things coming at him. Right, this could be friends, family, social media, right, trivial tasks, all these things that are just coming at you, right, and it's giving you that decision fatigue. It's just making you think about stuff that you don't really need to think about. Okay, so limit your surface area. Right, reduce the load, make less decisions, less trivial decisions. Okay, have one decision that removes future decisions. Kind of like what's his face, Mark Zuckerberg, right? He wears like the same shirt or the same jacket every day. Doesn't have to think about what he's gonna wear because he just has the same clothes every day. Right, maybe it's not the same exact shirt every single day, but it's the same brand. Right, maybe it's different colors but same brand, so doesn't worry about it. Right, removing that decision making process. Okay, so I hope you can kind of grasp what I'm talking about here by reducing the load. Right, next is think critically. Okay, by thinking critically, I mean by doing your own analysis. I'm sorry. Okay, don't copy. Right, don't just do something because someone else is doing it. Right, there's a lot of things that successful people do. Right, and so yeah, you can copy them, right, and be successful, but you want to do your own analysis. Right, if I tell you, hey, go invest into Tesla, sure, that could be a good good advice, right? Tesla's on an uptick or whatever, future gains are inevitable. But do your own analysis, right? Do your own research on Tesla. Don't just take my word for it. Okay, don't just copy, do your own analysis, right? And apply core principles. Again, we're talking about how to make a good decision, right? Apply your core principles, right? Write out 5 to 10 core principles right now, right? Or pause the video, do whatever you gotta do, right? What's valuable to you in life? Okay, write those things out, and that'll help you make decisions in the future, right? If you already have like a perspective, right, a lens or a filter on your decision making, okay, with your core values, right? And does it align with your goals, right? Do these principles align with your goals? Do the decisions you're making align with your goals, right? I've said this multiple times, thinking long term, reverse engineering, right? And is what you're doing today going to help you get closer or farther away for where you want to be in the future, okay? Right, next, apply mental models, right? Different patterns. Again, you can analyze what people are already doing and see how their life played out, right? And then you can take that and then make your own decisions. Okay, define your goal, right? Have a defined goal, right? It's kind of like the GPS for your life, right? You stick a GPS to get to a location, right? It tells you the traffic and how long it's going to take you, different routes, right? Have a GPS for your life. Okay, have a defined goal, right? Have your goal. This is where you're at now, or this is where you want to be, right? And this is where you are now, right? And different decisions take you to different spots. So you have to really plan out, like, where is this decision going to take me, right? Think long term. Again, 10, 20, 30 years. We're not talking months, days, weeks. We're talking years, right? Project your options. What is going to happen if you do this, right? Really think about it. A lot of people don't think long term. They think short term, right? And you can tell who those people are, okay? Lifespan of decisions, right? What's the lifespan of your decisions, okay? Are they reaping dividends or decaying, okay? Right, if you're deciding what you're going to eat today, right, how long is that decision going to last, right? What am I going to eat for lunch? Then 24 hours later, what am I going to eat for lunch? So the lifespan of that decision is 24 hours, okay? Again, if you have a decision that removes future decisions, if you have one decision that removes future decisions, okay, that's going to reap dividends, okay? We'll get into it right here, but you get what I'm saying, right? Is this decision going to benefit me or not benefit me? It's really that simple, okay? Second order consequences, okay? Meaning, again, the dividends / decay, like what's going to happen if I do this, right? It's kind of like a downstream effect, right? Let's take, for example, you go to the store and you buy an expensive TV, right? You may think the con of this TV, like the only con of this TV is the price, right? Oh, it's really expensive. That's the only bad thing about this. But in actuality, once you have this thing set up and installed and everything, right, how much time are you giving to this TV, right? If you're watching Netflix for hours every day, right, that's a bad, effect, right, when you could be taking that time and doing something better with that time, right? And so if you just don't buy the TV, then you don't have to worry about watching Netflix for hours, okay? So just kind of that example. And then also input-output symmetry. Right, I have it right here. It's probably hard to see, but maybe one decision takes 10 units of energy and only gives 1 out. Right, that's a bad decision. Right, you keep making those kind of decisions, you're going to be out of juice, right? Out of the mental capacity to make future big decisions. Right, again, reducing the load. Okay, then you have a decision that takes 10 units of energy and then gives you 10 back. Over time, that's downhill. You're just scratching even, right? Now you want to make decisions that require 1 unit of energy, right, but give out 100. Let's take, for example, a book, right? You could buy a book for less than 10 bucks, okay? Reading that book, right, for 45 minutes a day, gaining a lot of knowledge that you can then turn into, bucks or whatever, right? Having that knowledge and applying a different perspective on life, okay? You bought a book for 10 bucks, spend 45 minutes a day reading that book, and then the results are exponential, right? And so last but not least, the risk or ease of undo, right? Let's take, $1 million bet. Okay, you bet $1 million, right? You lose that $1 million. That's a heavy risk, right? And then let's say you bet the million and the reward is only 2,000, right? You make $1,002,000 back, right? That's really, really risky. Okay, and so the ease of undo, right? Let's say you're on, live TV or whatever, then you say something, crazy or, something that's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial, whatever the word is, you get it, right? You can't undo that. It's live TV. You can't undo that, right? A lot of these famous people be very, very, particular about what they say on TV because you never know, right? You can't undo what's, happened already. So, like this video I'm making, right? If I really messed up, I could just delete and make a new one, right? The decision is not that risky. Okay, and the ease of undo is really easy. So think about that when you're making decisions, right? The sum of all your choices over time that's going to be your life, right? If you play these decisions out, that's going to be your life. So again, reducing the load, right? Thinking critically and apply some mental models, right? Different patterns, right? Having your goal in mind and what options are going to go where and how. Okay, thinking about how much you're investing to get out of it. Okay. And then the ease of undo / risk of each decision, right? Really think about this stuff when you're making decisions day to day. I know it's hard to really like keep that, front of mind, but take some time and watch this video once a day. I try to make them less than 5, 10 minutes, whatever, so that way they're very easy to watch and digest and carry on with your day. And so now we'll finish off with a quote. Make decisions with the long term in mind, by David Miller. Alrighty guys, have a great day.